Happy new comic book day, everyone. My name is Greg. John's behind the camera. We are here in Midtown Comics Times Square to give you a look at the new release wall. So first up, just like every other week, we hit up Dark Horse first. You can see a new Avatar: The Last Airbender, new House of Penance, Peter J. Tomasi, Ian Bertram, a brand new Lady Killer 2. I'll give you a quick preview of this. Don't want to spoil too much. For all the sci-fi fans out there, we have a new chapter of Prometheus, new Resident Alien, which is actually the debut of the series, limited series, excuse me. And if you like the FX show The Strain, brand new comic, a #1 issue. And we also have DHP. And then we go into DC. DC is doing Rebirth. And if you haven't been paying attention, Rebirth is basically going back to the basics. What do people love about all these characters and teams? And then how can they apply these things, bring them back to, go back to the roots, but then go in new directions with the characters? While the New 52 was about making changes, this is about going back to what everyone loves and then seeing what they can do with it. So, first up, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. You know what? I have to show you a quick preview of this. I'll try to keep the previews limited today. I don't want to give too much away, but this one deserves it. Awesome use of the canary cry. Alright, and then we go into one of the most anticipated issues of this week, All-Star Batman #2. Scott Snyder, John Romita Jr., and with a backup by Declan Shalvey and Jordi Belair. We have a bunch of covers. We have one by Jock, one by Declan Shalvey, and I believe Jordi Belair colored it. John Romita Jr. And John Romita Jr. has 2 covers, actually. And let's go ahead and, I imagine there's 1 or 2 Batman fans out there, so let's give you guys a preview of that. Scott Snyder's been taking Batman out of his element, bringing him into the countryside, and Two-Face has put out a hit on Batman. It's been very interesting, action-packed, very entertaining. And you have Killer Croc fighting Batman on top of a train. And if there are any Batman the Animated Series fans out there, that definitely reminds me of one of the episodes. And you even have King Shark jumping in. I'll show one more page. And this series is going to be full of villains, so there's probably going to be many more appearing throughout the issue. Okay, maybe I flipped through it, and that's the truth. Many more do show up. If you haven't followed Dark Knight 3: The Master Race yet, Director's Cut just came out. And then we have Detective Comics. I'm not going to flip through this one. It's a big issue for the series, so I don't want to give anything away at all. Tim Drake fans, obviously, should check it out. We have a new chapter of Batman 66, new chapter of Gotham Academy, actually the first issue, so if you've been missing this title, there you go. New chapter of Red Hood and the Outlaws, more of DC Bombshells, second issue of Deathstroke. If you're excited about the guy appearing in the DC Extended Universe, here's what you should start reading. This is the second, technically third issue, because Rebirth had a one-shot, and then issue 1, and now issue 2. It's been very good so far. Check it out. And then we get to one of the biggest releases today for DC Comics, the return of Doom Patrol. We have approximately a gazillion covers. Now, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 covers. And this one, you can peel off a sticker, and in one variation, it's a burrito. So you know what? I'm definitely going to give you a preview of this one. I know Gerard Way, I believe he's from My Chemical Romance. He's the writer. Let's show you a preview of it. Looks like Nick Darrington is the artist, just so we get proper credit. And we'll show one more page. Alright, so, and that's not all for DC. It is a big week for them. But before we get to more new issues, there are new collections. So if you want to read a bunch of issues at once, we have a new chapter. This is by the Finches, Meredith and David of Wonder Woman. We have Titans Hunt, Supergirl, Katana. So if you enjoyed Suicide Squad, you were left wanting to see more of Katana. This is a limited series that's now collected. Harley Quinn, more Harley Quinn, and classic Green Arrow. It's Mike Grell. Alright, so I'll put this back. Okay. Alright, so we have a new chapter of The Flash. If you're like me and totally in love with the CW show, you should really give this a shot. It's been very good so far. Season 3 is almost here, but in the meantime, read this, go back, read plenty of the other great Flash comics. And then we have a new chapter of Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan is not the main star in this one. This one is about Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz, and it involves the Red Lanterns. But if you do want to see more of Hal Jordan and Sinestro, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps has your back. New chapter of this as well. Got this great cover by Ethan Van Sciver. New collection of Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5. Can't wait for the new video game. Looks really fun. New chapter of Scooby Apocalypse. I'm really proud of myself for not saying Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. I always end up saying that. This time around, didn't happen. Alright. And, like I said before, if you did enjoy Suicide Squad, or if you're just interested in the team, here's the second chapter of the new series. We gotta have a Jim Lee cover, as well as a Lee Bermejo cover. Such a talented artist. Let's give you a quick preview of this book. Obviously, the roster this time around reflects who was in the movie. I think there may be a change or two, but for the most part, if you're interested in the characters who appeared in the movie, you should check it out. So we have Enchantress, Killer Croc, Harley Quinn, Katana, I know Rick Flag, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, they're also present. Alright, and we have a new chapter of Action Comics. This is I believe this is the start of a new arc, because the fight with Doomsday just concluded. Check out this Gary Frank cover. I mean, it's Action Comics. I can't resist. I have to give you a preview. Looks like Patrick Zurcher's art. Let me see if that's correct. And it is. Alright, moving on. We have more from DC. It is a huge week for them. We have a new chapter of Superwoman, a new chapter of New Superman, a new chapter of Teen Titans, which is actually a series that is not part of DC Rebirth. This is finishing it up. And we have a new chapter of Wonder Woman. We have a Frank Cho cover here. Speaking of which, we had a recent signing with Frank Cho. He generously signed some extra variant covers that he made for Wonder Woman, so we will very likely do a raffle for that. Maybe to coincide with this issue. Stay tuned. I'll be shameless here. If you want to keep an eye on our raffles, blog.midtowncomics.com. That's where we put all them. So let's go back to this. So we have two covers, of course, for the new Wonder Woman. And we have Vertigo, Black Mask, Boom, for the Power Rangers fans out there. And speaking of which, there's actually a Power Rangers collection that's out today. So if you loved the show when you were younger, if you still really like the franchise, here's the very first volume of the new series. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And there's also a new volume of Ninjak. He is rumored to have a new show on the way, a live-action show. Valiant's been teasing it, dropping a lot of teasers. It sounds like they may do something cool with this at New York Comic Con. We'll just have to wait and find out. But it's an awesome comic. Hopefully they have big plans for this guy. The Shadow as well. And we go down here again. And speaking of Valiant, there's two new comics from them. Wrath of the Eternal Warrior and Faith. I will give you a preview of Faith real quick. Crime at the Comic-Con. what makes Faith so lovable is she feels like she's, what if one of us got powers? I mean, she's a huge fan. She loves all this stuff, and now she actually has powers, and she's enjoying it. And she's finding out that living a double life isn't as easy as it may seem. And now we finally go into Image Comics. New chapter of Birthright, great fantasy series. Second chapter of the Black Monday Murders. New Black Science, Rick Remender, Matteo Scalera. Love that guy's art. New chapter of The Fix. I'm embarrassed to say, I still haven't read it. I've been picking them all up. I just haven't read it yet. Alright, and now we get to the one new comic I've actually read already. Hadrian's Wall. Kyle Higgins, Alex Siegel, Rod Rice. So let's check out that cover. And I'm going to show you the opening scene, which really, really just gripped me. So let's work our way down it. So obviously things are getting worse for this individual. And let's go here. Rod Rice's art is great. And then you cut to this. You have this horrific scene with a beautiful backdrop. So it's a sci-fi murder mystery. What happened to this individual? I'll have to read to find out. I don't know yet. I've only read the first issue. Alright, new chapter of Southern Cross. Spawn Kills Everyone, #1. This is the second printing of it. We have a new chapter of The Spread. A horror series that I really enjoy by writer Justin Jordan, Felipe Sobrero. I believe Kyle Strahan is the regular artist on the series. This is basically what if the Thing took over North America. Doesn't sound great for humans, does it? The Thing from, the 80s movie. New Stray Bullets, Symmetry from Top Cow, and Image, excuse me, and then Throwaways. Now, we finally get into Marvel. And if we look up here, we have a bunch of new collections from Marvel. Jerry Duggan and Ryan Stegman's The Uncanny Avengers. This has, as you can see, Deadpool on the roster. New chapter of Deadpool, what? I have Deadpool on the mind, sorry. Daredevil with a great Bill Sienkiewicz cover. That includes Elektra. And there's a reprinting of some of the classic Fantastic Four, as well as some of the classic Punisher War Journal. And I believe this includes one of his encounters with Wolverine. Doesn't go so well for Punisher in that. And if you're interested in Gambit, who it's unclear if his movie's actually going to happen, we'll find out. But if you want to learn more about the Raging Cajun, there you go. That has his first appearance and a few other noteworthy issues. And now we go into Civil War II tie-ins. So if you haven't been keeping up with Marvel, Civil War II, the premise is there is an Inhuman who can foresee terrible tragedies. Captain Marvel thinks that they should use these to their advantage to stop crimes. Iron Man says, no, you shouldn't, arrest someone or charge someone with a crime that they haven't committed or maybe even thought of yet. So obviously this has caused a divide between the heroes. Most of them are taking sides and they're clashing. Already one iconic character has fallen. We'll have to see what else. We'll have to wait and see what else happens. So we have an A-Force tie-in for this, an Uncanny Avengers tie-in. This great Ryan Stegman cover. I believe that's Ryan Stegman. Definitely looks like it. Cable clashing with Captain America. New chapter of Black Panther. That's, of course, one of the biggest titles from Marvel right now. So I will give you a preview of it. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Brendan. Do we have any other comments, John?
No, that's about it.
Okay. I agree, AJ Zipper. I'm also a Gambit fan. I loved him in the animated show when I was a kid. I mean, rewatching X-Men the Animated Series, he's kind of terrible in it. I mean, there's an episode, the guy has like great reflexes and agility. He can't ski though. He actually crashes into a tree, which knocks him out. But his hand is still on the tree, so he charges the tree, and it blows up. So it's just really embarrassing for Gambit. That's my story. Hope you enjoyed it. Now the X-Men theme stuck in my head. You ever had that as your ringtone, John?
No.
No?
No.
You have the Superman theme as your ringtone?
Maybe.
John, the guy who's recording this on his phone, his case is actually Superman. So Superman's logo. It's not literally Superman just hugging his phone. So,
That would be bad.
yes, we have the third printing of the second issue of Civil War II. Gods of War tie-in. Amazing Spider-Man tie-in. Ulysses, the guy who's front and center in this whole conflict. Get more insight into him. We have a new chapter of Deadpool. Jerry Duggan, Mike Hawthorne. We have this great Defenders variant as well. Let me give you a quick preview of this. We had Mike Hawthorne in here recently. He signed a bunch of extra comics. I'm not sure if they're still available online, but if they are, we should have Deadpool 17 signed on the website. Mike was also bragging about being the artist to draw Deadpool in his underwear the most, and he revealed that Deadpool's always wearing the same underwear. So he air dries it, he just spins it on his finger apparently. So that has to smell wonderful. And we'll show one more page. The new Ghost Rider coming to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Alright. Bit of a rocky relationship between those two.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. New Gwenpool. All new Inhumans. Uncanny Inhumans. Mockingbird, if there are any other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans out there. Rocket Raccoon and Groot. This great Scarlet Witch cover. Is that David? I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely is. New Spider-Man featuring Miles Morales. And then new Spider-Man 2099. A new, I believe this is an adaptation of Star Wars The Force Awakens. So that's been slowly retelling the new movie by J.J. Abrams, the latest movie by J.J. Abrams. And then we end with all new all new X-Men, and one of my favorite Marvel series, Old Man Logan, by the creative team of Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Marcelo Maelo. And hopefully this preview will sell you on it, because more people need to read this comic. It is awesome. I thought it would be difficult to follow up Old Man Logan, Mark Millar and Steve McNiven's story, but this is great. We'll show one or two more pages. So Lady Deathstrike and Wolverine side by side. Alright, so now we are going to quickly cut to Vic, one of Midtown's employees. Now you have read some new comics already.
I checked out Doom Patrol.
What'd you think? You hated it?
No. You could tell easily that Gerard Way was absolutely influenced by Morrison's run. I feel it's weird, it's different. You're definitely gonna leave a lot more questions than answers, but I'd say check it out.
I want everything to be answered in the #1 issue.
That's not possible.
I want nothing to keep me guessing moving forward.
Nah,
but it was good. You highly recommend it?
I would recommend it, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's plenty of variants to choose from. Babs Tar, there's a peel-off sticker one, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a nice new launch for their new label, Young Animal.
And I think we missed it during our tour, but the Fix, there's also a trade for that
Yes,
now?
there is. Yes. Fix from Nick Spencer, Steve Leiber. I can't recommend this book enough. If you're a fan of Superior Foes of Spider-Man, same exact team, almost exact same style of writing, way darker though. Morally ambiguous characters in LA, just trying to get by. Big twist, they're cops. So just think of any corrupt type of movie you've seen in the past, and it fits the bill. Just add a little comedy, and it's perfect. First 4 issues are in the trade, and issue 5 just came out this week, so it's easy and very fast to catch up. I highly recommend this book. I'm buying it myself this week. You guys should definitely check it out. This dog plays a huge role in the series. It's fantastic.
Awesome. And it looks like we overlooked these releases, but there's also a new chapter of The Walking Dead, a new collection. So if you've been
Volume
trade
26.
waiting on that, which a lot of people do, there you go. It's time to catch up. And this Saturday, we're having a Batman Day signing, and we emailed the ticket winners. It's a limited signing, of course, because it's Frank Miller, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and Tom King. So we emailed a bunch of winners, so be sure to check your inbox. We are going. If you didn't win yet, don't worry, because we are going to reach out to a few more people. There have been some people canceling, so we'll select more random winners. And even if you don't win that, we also have a Batman Day prize pack raffle going on. It includes a bunch of animated movies as well as some signed comics, which includes DC Rebirth #1, signed by Jeff Johns, Batman 40, signed by Scott Snyder, and there's a Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, Greg Capullo exclusive variant cover signed by Greg Capullo. And those are just some of the prizes that are in there. And if you want to check that out, go to blog.midtowncomics.com. The raffle's in there. But actually, one of the ticket winners, the very lucky ticket winners, is in the store right now. David Flynn. I've seen him at some other signings. He's a good dude. And he was very lucky this time around. He won the raffle for Batman Day. So how does that feel?
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried a couple of times for some of the other raffles. Wasn't lucky. When I finally saw the email, I was just freaking out.
Oh, we're very happy that made you happy. What are you looking to get signed by them?
Well, a couple of books, but I specifically have a Batman PlayStation 4, so I'm going to bring the plate to have some of the guys that I missed out on, to have them finish on that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations, and we'll see you Saturday.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna throw John off for a second. Let's go upstairs, just for like 1 minute. John, lead the way. No one wants to watch me walking up the stairs, because there's a very cool new statue today, and I really hope it's still available up there. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if someone already bought it. So, if you've never been to Midtown Comics Times Square, welcome to the experience. And as you can see, you go up here, we have Batman, Harley Quinn, Spider-Man versus Superman. Bit of a lopsided fight, but it's still cool. Unless the web shooter has kryptonite in them, you never know. And then actually there's another Spider-Man over there. So it's still there, yes. So let's head over there. We did an unboxing of this item the other day. Every week, new statues, new collectibles come out, and this one is amazing. It's Batman from Dark Knight 3, based on Andy Kubert's art. Kubert, I believe. We had to talk about that yesterday, how to pronounce his name.
Kubert.
So I just had to show you guys this again. Believe it or not, it's only $150. When I saw this thing, I thought it'd be like $200, maybe more. Not the case. And as you can see, there's also Reverse Flash, new Harley Quinn. If you're interested in seeing more of the collectibles, we did a video a long time ago. We could also do a new one sometime soon. Just let us know what you guys want to see more of, because we're happy to do more Facebook Live videos. So just leave it in the comments, let us know what you would like to see, and we will pay attention. That's it for this week. I hope you all have a great new comic book day.